one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it because you can.
This story is brought to us by NBC7 San Diego. The city of San Diego has agreed to pay $30 million to the family of a 16-year-old teenage boy who was fatally shot by a San Diego police officer while the teen was running away from gunshots fired by another person in what would be one of the largest settlements of a police-involved killing case in U.S. history, which was announced last Friday. Konoa Wilson's parents sued the city and the officer who shot him, which is San Diego Police Department Officer Daniel Gold, in connection with the teen shooting death on the night of January 28th. According to the family's lawsuit, the boy was fleeing gunshots fired at him by another person when he encountered Gold, who shot the boy twice in the back instantly without any warning. Konoa was pronounced dead at a hospital less than an hour later. The settlement amount was disclosed in a San Diego City Council agenda posted on Friday and will be formally considered by the City Council. Representatives for the city could not be reached Friday afternoon for comment. If approved, the settlement would exceed the $27 million the city of Minneapolis agreed to pay the family of George Floyd, whose May 2020 murder by a police officer, Derek Chauvin, who knelt on his neck, sparked a nationwide racial reckoning. I say, what happened to Konoa was a catastrophic failure of policing, said the Wilson family's attorney, Nick Rowley. He said, a 16-year-old boy was running for his life. He was not a threat. He was not a suspect, yet he was shot in the back by a police officer who only saw him for 1 second before deciding to pull the trigger. The San Diego County District Attorney's Office said the case is still under review for potential criminal charges. Yeah. San Diego police declined to comment on the settlement, but confirmed Officer Gold is on paid administrative duty and currently not on patrol. So he's on vacation, or he's, still a cop. In trolley station surveillance footage released by the police department earlier this year, Konoa can be seen running after another person pulls out a gun and opens fire on him at the station's west platform. The boy can be seen running down a corridor leading out of the station and emerging on Kettner Boulevard just as Gold was running towards the same corridor. Body-worn camera footage shows the officer immediately fire on the teen at close range. Rowley said Gold shot at the boy before he even announced who he was. After he was shot, the video shows the boy screaming and running briefly before collapsing. Officers then began performing CPR on him and, while doing so, found a handgun concealed under the youth's clothing near his right thigh, according to the police. I don't believe that. There were no indications in the video that the teen fired his gun during the incident or was holding it when Gold, a 2-year member of the police department, opened fire on him, shooting him in the back, running away. Rowley said the boy had the gun for self-defense because he had recently been targeted and assaulted by gang members. The attorney said the gun was not believed to be loaded, but more importantly, was not brandished when he was shot. Said this settlement brings some semblance of accountability, but not closure. You don't get closure when your child is shot in the back for doing nothing wrong by the people who are supposed to be protecting him. We hope that Konoa's story will send a message across the country. Cities will pay dearly when officers violate the law and take a life without justification. We expect the city of San Diego to ensure this never happens again. That was the attorney. Now, the boy was killed 3 months shy of his 17th birthday. In a statement, attorney said he was an only child and his parents lost their only son. Police said the person who fired gunshots at Konoa, described only as a 16-year-old juvenile, was arrested just over a week later. An agenda item posted last Friday said the settlement would be paid from the Public Liability Fund. So the cop, he gets away. Wow, he's on death duty. Whoa, that's punishment. Hey, yeah, give me another form. You know what I mean? And I could put a paycheck as a wager that nothing will happen to this cop. It will be justified. Well, the kid had a gun and the cop feared for his life. Well, you didn't know he had a gun until you searched his body as he lay there shot. If he had a gun. We don't even know. I mean, we don't know. Sorry, but I don't believe the cops, what they say. But let's just say, for argument's sake, there was a gun in his pants. He didn't have it. They had to search his body after he got shot in the back, running away to find the gun. What does that mean? This cop had no probable cause to shoot this kid. He had no, what's I'm looking for? RAS. Reasonable, articulable suspicion. Other than the kid's running. There were shots fired. Bang, bang. Got him. You got who? Some kid running? The guy who was shooting the bullet, the firing the shots, he wasn't even the kid. He was arrested a week later. Alive. And that's the problem with law enforcement, is that many times law enforcement will accuse the victim of wrongdoing simply because they're stupid. I'm sorry, but many cops are stupid. Even in this city, stupid cops. Stupid ass, incompetent, low IQ, but they do good on tests. That's why they're cops, okay? They're still incompetent. A lot of people can take a written test, but to actually do your job, to actually be educated, not in the world of law enforcement. I'm sorry, but this one pisses me off because nothing's happened to the cop yet. Well, he's on administrative, he's not on patrol. Well, he's not been charged and he's not in jail either.